Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you happen to be watching or listening to this, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, today I want to talk about a situation that we all face at least some of the time, and that is overwhelm. We're very lucky to live in the day and the time and the age we are. Yes, it has its challenges for sure, but for most of us, compared to what life was like hundreds or thousands of years ago, we live in an unprecedented times. We have access to way more stuff, more information, more choices, more options, more things than 99% of humans did throughout all of human history. So that's the good news. The bad news is all of that stuff can cause overwhelm. Most of us these days are living lives that are jammed full of choices and options and things to do and need to do and want to do. There are so many choices or options in front of us. And what happens when we go into a state of overwhelm? Well, panic, anxiety, fear, shutdown, all of those things happen when we get overwhelmed. We feel like a little hamster running on the wheel. All this stuff is going on, activity, and we're not getting anywhere. Or we end up just shutting down. It's too much. I can't deal with it all. All of that is normal and natural. And it doesn't allow us to move forward in the way that we want to do. So let me bring it back to a game of Sudoku. If you've watched many of these videos, you know that I'm a fan of Sudoku. It's come up a lot lately because as I'm sitting there playing the game, it's a bit meditative to me, and I start thinking about the lessons that I can take from playing the game of Sudoku into the realm of health, dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity and living a good life. Now, really, all of these lessons, right, we can find lessons in many things, but lately, playing Sudoku has been both fun for me and has helped me in that kind of quiet, meditative space to realize many of these lessons and how they apply. So what happened today? Right? I've played the game. I have a little app. There are many different ones, but I played it on the hard setting for a good long while. And while I won't say like, oh, I totally got the hard setting, I really generally have practiced it enough that I'm pretty good at it now, and I can do it pretty reasonably most of the time. So I decided to take the plunge and push that setting on up to expert setting, right? And what did I find? Wow, they really cranked up the difficulty. And so a game that I can usually get through fairly easily. I know exactly what I'm doing and I know how to get through it. And it's fun, a little bit challenging. All of a sudden was overwhelming. Oh my gosh. Staring at the rows and the numbers and trying to figure things out and nothing's coming together and oh my gosh. And that sense of overwhelm begins. That sort of little panic that you feel. And it's, oh my gosh, and one of two things happen. One is, we just want to give up. Forget it. This is too hard. I'm just going to go back to the hard setting and give up here. I'm not good enough. I'm not capable of doing this. Or just, kind of panic. You're just staring at it. You don't know what to do. So it got me thinking about overwhelm. What do we do when we're overwhelmed? Again, natural response, freak out, freeze, or drop it all. Instead, that doesn't move us forward. So listen. When we crank up the difficulty on anything, it's going to be hard. It should be hard. If expert setting was easy, well, gosh, then it wouldn't be expert setting. There's no challenge there if we're not pushing ourselves. So just recognizing A, that is a fact, and B, when we get overwhelmed, what we need to do is focus. We need to focus, right? So the entire Sudoku puzzle was just too overwhelming. There was too much going on. I couldn't figure out the pieces or what went where. So what did I do? I, first of all, took a few deep breaths, recognizing I was in an overwhelmed state at the moment, and be focused. So instead of looking at the entire map, let's just start by looking at one line or one box or one small piece of things. Is that immediately going to solve the puzzle? If you've got something big in front of you, whether it's dealing with digestive issues or autoimmunity or relationships that aren't working or finances or jobs or other parts of your life that aren't working, is focusing on one tiny piece going to solve everything for you? No, of course it isn't. But But the other side is, right, a wall is built by stacking one brick on top of the next. A Sudoku puzzle is solved by filling in one line or one box and then moving on to the next piece. And the same when we get overwhelmed. Again, whether it's our health. For a lot of people, let me share one quick story. So I had someone brand new contact me the other day dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity. And this was a completely brand new thing to them. Doing a holistic, functional, or natural integrated approach was completely different for them. They'd never seen anyone outside of their regular doctor for the issues that were going on. So we started talking, kind of outlining how we work and how it's different. We talked about the Aspire method, which I've covered before, which is 11 steps. Yes, 11 steps. And the person's eyes kind of bugged out, and you could tell they quickly went into overwhelm. Oh my gosh, 11 steps? Like, how am I possibly going to do that? Well, of course we talk about you don't do all 11 steps all at the same time. You pick one, you pick part of one, and you get going with that, which is why we talk about that the true holistic care, moving beyond symptom control and actually dealing with the root causes, it takes time. 12 months is not unrealistic time frame for most digestive issues and autoimmunity, especially if we want to move beyond symptom control and get to treating the root causes. That can feel very overwhelming for people. And again, we take the steps and we break them down and we handle one small piece at a time. We keep building on top of each other until we look back and we go, oh my gosh, I climbed this mountain. How did I do it? One step at a time. So listen, when we're feeling overwhelmed, whether this is in our personal life, in our relationships, in a new hobby or activity or job that we're taking on, in finances, dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity, the answer to overwhelm is not to run around screaming, not to just throw up our hands and say, you know what, forget it, this is too hard, I'm not going to do it. It's to take a few calming, deep breaths and focus. Pick one small, doable piece at a time. Have some patience and kindness for yourself. Things are hard. Doing anything substantial is hard. If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be significant in our lives. When we get overwhelmed, just recognize we're trying to bite off more than we can chew, and the answer is pick one small starting place, work on that piece, get that done, then move on from there. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Listen, if you are an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur is hard. Taking care of your health, dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity is hard. Being an entrepreneur with digestive issues or autoimmunity, man, that is really hard. There are a lot of groups out there, support networks for entrepreneurs that are focused on the business side of things, and that's really important. But what I've found over the years is there is not a group that focuses on both helping entrepreneurs be healthy themselves and having a healthy, successful business that makes a difference in this world. So I created one, and it's called Healthy Entrepreneur, Healthy Business. It is our exclusive Facebook group, and it is free. It's where entrepreneurs who care about their health can get together and we can talk about and we can discuss finding the balance of being healthy ourselves while creating a business that is also healthy and makes a difference in this world. All you need to do to join, if you're an entrepreneur and you care about your health, all you need to do to join is go to Facebook, search for Healthy Entrepreneur, Healthy Business, and there are 4 super simple, super easy questions. I swear it's going to take you less than 1 minute, but please fill out all 4 questions so that I can invite you into the group. You can join us and you can be around other like-minded entrepreneurs who care about recovering their health and maintaining their health. And if you need any help, please just email me at info@aspirenaturalhealth.com. All right, folks, until next time, take care.